Hi everyone, this is Dawn over at Plot Chronicles. By the way, I'm starting this video off to tell you guys I gotta share this. This shirt that I have on, my friend and I went thrift store shopping. I know this has nothing to do with books, but we went thrift store shopping and they have a certain color tag each week on Saturdays that's 59 cents. This shirt was 59 cents. I just had to share that. She bought it for me. Anyway, hey, 59 cents, you can't go wrong. You can diversify your outfit a little bit. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today is about a book. I think it's going to be my favorite book for the month of July, and it's the first time I've read this author. Her name, or his, I don't know if it's a her or him. I should have looked that up, but Keri Beevis is the name, because Keri can be a guy or a girl's name. And the book is called Nowhere to Hide. I literally could not put down the book. I read it. It wasn't an audio, but I'm going to tell you something. A lot of books, I know I've mentioned this, you know, hey, you don't mind taking a little break and then coming back to it later. But this book I didn't want to put down, but the problem is I had other responsibilities. So let me tell you a little bit about this book because I highly recommend it. And so basically it is about an eligible bachelor named Duncan Stone. Okay, I think he was an actor, things like that. He meets a lady named Callie Parker, okay? And it's a, you know, what you would say, a really fast romance. He sweeps her off her feet. Now, she does have, you know, a family and all of that, and they seem to like him, so he's a charmer, okay? And at first, everything is going great and all that, and he wants her to move in with him, give up her apartment, and, you know, this happens ever so slowly, okay? But basically, he ends up being not a good person, and you'll find that out in this book. And it just, I will just say that he's very unkind to her, but he does it slowly over a period of time, so it makes you think that maybe you're the problem, if that makes sense. Kind of like gaslighting, as you would say. Okay, so she wants out of this. She's like a prisoner in their home, okay? She doesn't even have her job anymore, and he's writing emails to people and messaging to people on her behalf. And so basically these people are thinking she's a horrible person, okay? And, you know, basically getting rid of his friends for, you know, so that she is all alone, okay? No family, no friends. She wants out of there. She tries escaping a few times. You'll read about that. But she finally finds a way to escape, and she basically makes it think that she's no longer alive, so that way he can go on. So here he's thinking she's no longer alive. It reminds me a little bit of the book Sleeping with the Enemy, or not book, movie. Did you guys ever see Sleeping with the Enemy with Julia Roberts? I think the movie, I don't know if it was from the 90s. Anyway, it was a very good movie. It kind of reminded me a little bit of that in some spots. Anyway, so she goes and she lives, and she's obviously traumatized, okay? And you'll find out more about this. Anyway, so she goes to live with some folks, or she's living by in this kind of this little cabin. And she meets a lot of people while she's there, but some of these people have secrets of their own. So there's like another storyline with that. And obviously, you know, in a situation like this, Duncan's gonna find out that she's not alive, that she is alive, and he's going to go looking for her. And there's the whole story of that too. But let me tell you, it's called Nowhere to Hide, and the title is perfect for this book. I would say it is my favorite book for July, because it was, you could not, the book didn't lag anywhere. That's the thing I want to say real quickly about books. I've said this before. Some books are good and they make up for it in the end with a good ending. Some books lag in the middle, but then they pick back up again, okay? But it's challenging to find a book that is really good from the beginning and keeps you going all the way to the end. That's what I really liked about it. The other thing I liked is it didn't introduce so many characters. You know, it was pretty easy to follow. And I know I've kind of mentioned this too. I recently read a book, which I'll talk about in one of my videos coming up, that I'm going to say I skimmed it because it just had too many characters. I couldn't keep up with it, and it was too much to keep up with the different timelines and characters. So it's easy to follow, easy to read, an easy, quick page turner. I would say if you had an afternoon, you could read this book in a day, no problem. And it's going to keep you going. Your heart's going to be a-pumping, let me just say. I highly recommend Nowhere to Hide by Keri Beevis. As a matter of fact, I'm just about to start one of her other books. So that's all I have to say, everybody. What are you reading right now? What's your favorite read so far for the month of July? I want to hear about it in the comments below. Love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.